Israel likes to call themselves the most moral army in the world. But if you simply take a closer look at their actions across the African continent, you'll get a completely different story. Israel has been facilitating destabilization through military efforts across the continent since the 60s. Let's first take a look at the Congo. Israel was supportive of the assassination of Patrice Lumumba, the Congo's first prime minister after they gained their independence. Lumumba wanted to unite Africa and have them be less dependent on their former colonizers. Now, while it was the US and Belgium who were responsible for Lumumba's death at only 36 years old, it was Israel who then helped them back Mobutu Sese Seko, an intensely corrupt leader who was willing to be a puppet for the West. They gave Seko huge amounts of money and arms to maintain the violence needed for Western mineral extraction, and Israel's special interest are the minerals needed to create the weapons they rely on, like the weapons used right now to commit a genocide against the Palestinian people. To date, Israel still trains the militia responsible for the violence and enslavement of the Congolese people. They too are experiencing a genocide. In Nigeria in the late 1960s, Israel meddled in the Nigerian Biafran War by giving assistance to both sides, and they did this knowing full well that the Nigerian military were committing atrocities against the Biafran people who wanted their independence. They gave the Biafrans $200,000 to buy weapons, and they gave Nigeria their equipment to ferry in soldiers, bombs, ammunition, and other supplies to their front lines. That would be like going to a boxing match and betting on both fighters. Fast forward to the 90s, the Rwandan Civil War, the fastest paced genocide in human history, where 1 million people died in only 100 days. Israel was one source that provided the Hutus with weapons to massacre the Tutsis. They sent weapons to a country where they already knew a genocide was taking place, and a significant amount of the fighting now in the Congo that allows the enslavement of the Congolese people and exploitation of the land is being committed by M23. And who are M23? Well, they are the militia made up of ethnic Tutsis who were genocided in the 90s with the help of Israel. I've only mentioned 3 countries. There's also Angola, Cameroon, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Morocco, South Sudan, Uganda, Guinea, and my very own Ghana. Israel is not the most moral army in the world, but they just might be the most morally corrupt army in the world.